Jay and Pamela. Jay's new trainer sparks jealousy and confrontation from Pamela. Jay had always been the kind of man who was naturally disciplined, particularly when it came to his physical fitness. A former college athlete turned corporate executive, he had carried his love of sports and a strong work ethic into adulthood. Pamela, his girlfriend of 4 years, admired that about him, among many other things. They were the type of couple friends envied, solid, affectionate, successful in their respective careers, and always showing up together, looking like the perfect match. For years, Jay had trained solo, or occasionally with a buddy or two. Pamela had even joined him for morning runs and weekend yoga sessions. Their time spent being active together had been one of the foundations of their bond. So when Jay suddenly started talking about hiring a personal trainer, Pamela was surprised. "I thought you were your own best trainer," she joked one evening as they sat at the kitchen island, sipping wine. Jay chuckled. "Yeah, but I've plateaued. I want to push myself further, maybe compete in something again. Plus, this trainer is supposed to be elite. She used to train Olympians." Pamela raised an eyebrow. "She?" "Yeah, her name's Talia. She's intense, but knows her stuff. A friend from the gym recommended her." Pamela didn't say anything for a moment. A tightness formed in her chest. She wasn't usually the jealous type. In fact, she prided herself on being above that. She was smart, beautiful, confident. But something about the casual way Jay dropped the trainer's gender and the faint admiration in his tone made her uneasy. The first week of Jay's training with Talia went by without much fanfare. He came home exhausted but energized, talking about new routines, muscle groups, and how much he was learning. Pamela smiled and nodded, genuinely happy for him, though a part of her bristled every time he mentioned Talia's name. By the second week, Jay had started getting up earlier, spending more time at the gym. He came home drenched in sweat, eyes alight with purpose. Pamela noticed subtle changes. His focus had shifted, their shared workout time had dwindled, and he didn't ask her to join him anymore. One Saturday morning, Pamela decided to surprise him. She headed to the gym around the time Jay usually trained, using her own keycard to enter. The gym was bustling, but she spotted him quickly, on the far side, mid-set, with Talia. Talia was everything Pamela wasn't, statuesque, with the lean, sinewy build of someone whose body was their business. Her dark hair was pulled into a tight ponytail, and she moved with fluid confidence, correcting Jay's posture with a hand on his shoulder, then his lower back. They were laughing, Jay laughing in that low, open way that Pamela hadn't heard much lately. Pamela felt a flicker of something she didn't like, insecurity. Later that evening, as Jay stirred a pot of pasta sauce, Pamela leaned against the counter and said casually, "I stopped by the gym today." Jay looked up, startled. "You did?" "Yeah, thought I'd catch you during your session." Jay seemed sheepish. "I didn't see you." "I saw you though," she said evenly. "You and Talia seem close." Jay gave a light shrug. "She's just doing her job." "Is she?" He turned, setting down the wooden spoon. "What's that supposed to mean?" Pamela crossed her arms. "I'm just wondering if it's all professional. The laughing, the tooching. She's correcting my form, Pam. That's literally what trainers do." "You didn't seem this excited when you were training with Greg, or working out solo." Jay sighed. "So what? I'm enjoying the sessions. Why is that a problem?" "It's not a problem," Pamela said, her voice tighter now. "It's just, since you started working with her, we've barely had time together. You train before work, come home late, then talk about her half the time." Jay leaned back against the counter, rubbing his temples. "This isn't about Talia. This is about you feeling insecure." Pamela blinked. The words hit her like a slap. "I'm not insecure," she said. "I just don't want to wake up one day and realize that my boyfriend fell for his hot trainer while I was cheering him on from the sidelines." Jay looked pained. "Pam, come on. I love you. You know that." Talia is a trainer, that's all. She pushes me, motivates me. That doesn't change how I feel about you." Pamela stared at him, emotions roiling. She wanted to believe him, but the seed of doubt had been planted, and it had roots now. In the following days, Pamela tried to shake the confrontation, but the tension lingered between them. Jay seemed more cautious when talking about his workouts, omitting Talia's name entirely, but even that silence felt louder than the words. One Friday evening, Pamela made a decision. She walked into the same gym, asked for a trial session, and, intentionally, requested Talia. When the trainer met her at the squat rack, she offered a polite smile. "You're Jay's girlfriend, right?" Pamela nodded. "That's me." Talia extended a hand. "He's one of my hardest working clients. Super focused. You should be proud." Pamela shook her hand, studying the woman's face. She was striking, yes, but not flirtatious. Not overly friendly either, professional, detached. Maybe Jay had been telling the truth all along. Their session was intense. Talia didn't hold back. Pamela left feeling exhausted, but strangely empowered. That night, Jay raised an eyebrow when Pamela told him who trained her. "You worked with Talia?" "Yeah," Pamela said. "Wanted to see what the fuss was about." Jay laughed. "And?" "She's good. Brutal, but good." Jay smiled. "Told you." Pamela watched him. "Do you like her?" Jay paused. "As a trainer? Yeah, she's great at what she does." Pamela looked down. I don't want to feel like I'm on the outside looking in." Jay walked over and wrapped his arms around her. "You're not. I should have included you more, made space for you in this new thing I'm doing. I didn't mean to push you away." Pamela rested her head on his chest. "I just miss us." He kissed the top of her head. "We're still us, but maybe it's time we evolve too. Together." Over the next few weeks, things shifted. Jay still trained with Talia, but now Pamela joined for some sessions. They rediscovered the rhythm that had first brought them close, challenging each other, cheering each other on. And with the jealousy addressed, a new layer of honesty settled into their relationship. The experience didn't break them. If anything, it made them stronger. Pamela learned that it was okay to feel vulnerable and to express it. Jay realized the importance of communication, of reassuring his partner even when his intentions were clear to him. Sometimes, it's not the presence of another person that shakes a relationship, it's the silence between two people who love each other, when one begins to wonder if they still belong in the other's world. For Jay and Pamela, the gym became not just a place of physical transformation, but emotional recalibration, and in the echoes of their shared workouts, they found not just sweat and strength, but a renewed bond.